how do you do? Wow, welcome to the relaunch of Coffee Not Tea. Like, I don't know, y'all. I feel happy and both weird to relaunch the podcast since I last did an episode years ago. But it's just, it's my calling. It's something that I love. And I was like, you know what? If I got to start building again from the ground up, so be it. But now we have brought it visually because at first it was just audio, but now it's visual. And, I'm getting used to it because when I was doing it just audio, I was able to look how I want to and still give y'all what I was looking for. But now it's like, okay, let me put on something. Now that's another thing. I'm not going to always dress up. This is not even dressed up. I'm going to give you casual sometimes. I'm going to give you a little something. But I won't look bummy. I promise. That I promise. So anyway, wow. Update on life. Since that last episode, so much has happened. I got married and I had a baby. So I'm juggling it all. I am juggling it all. I got married last year, December 1st, 2024, to my husband, who I love oh so much. And if you listen to the old episodes, you would know like our history, how we got together and everything. So we decided to make that official. And my due date was December 28th, 2024. But my baby did not come to January 2nd of this year. I have a beautiful baby girl. She's amazing. And it's been a blessing through and through. It's been a blessing. But, this is just me trying to catch you guys up on what's been going on. Also, since then, I was a teacher. I was teaching at a middle school. I taught special education math, and then I taught special education science, social studies. But my position was abolished, and they told me, like, the day I got back from maternity leave, that my contract for the following year was no more. So, I feel like life has been lifing, but it's okay. It's all for the best. Everything's good, bills are paid, everything's good. And so from there, we pivot. To be honest, I didn't want to teach anyway. So I feel like that's something that I want to get into. I don't know if it's going to be today. I think it might be the next episode, but it's just like, I want to really talk about why do we take jobs that we don't really want just to say that we are paying our bills? I don't like that. I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. Like, I feel like we should not be scared to do stuff that we actually want to do that can also pay our bills and be that source of income. I don't want to just take a job that I hate and next thing you know, I'm not saying you're terrible at it, but it's just like you're unhappy. You're unhappy, and then it shows in your body language, it shows in your attitude. It's just so much. So I think that we should really get into that. But again, it won't be today. But anyway, so I want to talk about the goals of the podcast because as you can see, to start off visually, I am doing this in my living room, but I just love these green curtains and I was like, you know what, I think this can be a thing. So until I find that perfect space, I'm going to be doing this. And you know what, I'm perfectly fine with that. This is great. I can just come downstairs and record for y'all. And it's all about consistency, really. It's all about consistency. So my goal is to just be consistent with the episodes, drop one every week. And that's what my goal is. And I'm going to strive to make sure that I maintain that goal. So my birthday was on September 6th. It is September 8th, so my birthday was 2 days ago. I turned 29. I turned 29, y'all, and I feel like this is one of the first years that I didn't do anything for my birthday. But because I didn't plan to do anything for my birthday, it turned into something. Like, I am a Virgo, so I am a planner. That's something that I've always loved to do. I love to plan, but me being a planner every day, having a child, having a family now, I plan, I adjust, I do everything, I do those things every day. So when it's time for my birthday, I was like, if nobody ain't gonna do it for me, I don't want to do it. Not this year. It just wasn't given. It was not given. Okay, let me call these people, see if they want to do this for my birthday. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It is about me, and I feel like I'm never selfish out of the 364 other days. So for this day, I was like, I'm gonna be selfish. I don't care. Like, if if I don't want to do anything, I don't want to do anything. Or if I decide to do anything and I don't invite this person, I don't care. Like, I'm so sorry. It wasn't ill will. I didn't think about it. So, oh well. So what I did do was Saturday, I got up and I did something to myself. I was like, because Friday night I did not wear a headscarf. So I got in the shower, I remolded my hair. Oh, because that's another thing. I cut my hair. Yes, I cut my hair. And honestly, it's the best decision I think I've made so far as far as my hair. Like, before I did cut it, I had locks for about 2 years. So that's how long it's been since I made an episode. So that's crazy. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So on Saturday, got in the shower, molded my hair. I did something light to my face. I put on, if you want to call it a muumuu, it wasn't a muumuu. It was just really like a black dress or something. I came downstairs. My husband was making a spread for brunch. It was great. My sister came over. My family, my cousins and everybody, my sister-in-laws, they came over. And it turned out to be a very fun night. It was very fun. And, I was so appreciative of the people that came over. I did get on the spin table because that's a hobby that I picked up. I be DJing. Now, I'm not the best, but practice makes perfect. So maybe one day I'll just go ahead and just spin a little something for y'all. I don't know. We gonna see. But yeah, so that's basically what I did Saturday, and I had a great time. And then on Sunday, my sister-in-laws and my sister, they took me out. They took me out. They surprised me, and that was yesterday, and it was great. We had a great time. We went to Wheezy's in Buckhead. And if y'all know Atlanta, when you go to Wheezy's, you gotta pass the old Taranga City. I was so sad. When I saw that, I said, wow, good times, good food, good stuff. But Wheezy's was a vibe. So if y'all ever want to go to Wheezy's, go to Wheezy's. It's great. I want to go during the week because Sunday was a great vibe. So I want to see what it's giving on like an R&B Thursday or something. I don't know. But the food was great. The drinks were great. The vibes were there. So that was then. And we're here Monday morning. And I'm feeling good about today. I'm feeling good about today. My baby is upstairs. I fed her. She's upstairs watching her ABCs, and she's giving mommy time to record. So, just a little update on what's been going on, y'all. I'm so happy to be in front of a camera again. So we're going to get this thing going. I don't think this episode is going to be too long because this is really just an introduction on, me coming back onto, well, I guess me coming to the screen and coming back on your audio. So you will be able to hear this in the car and see this on YouTube or wherever you're streaming this. 1 second. So I just want to get into a few things because so much has been going on, and I'm like, I need to give my little 2 cents. That's all. This whole Young Thug thing got me. I'm just like, baby, it's too much. It's too much. Now, I'm not from Atlanta. Let me stop touching that. I'm not from Atlanta. I was born and raised in Miami, Florida, 305 stand up. And, when I came up here, I really remember like actually talking to people that's from here, natives of Atlanta, and I couldn't understand a word they were saying. I was like, Like, I just feel like being from different places or, meeting people from different places, it forces you to kind of like adapt. Adapt. And then it's just like, okay, now I can understand what people are saying. My husband is from Atlanta. So it's just like, it'd be some things I have to ask him, like, what? So I would say before we jump into the interview, I want to kind of go back to the whole Rico case, right? Long. Just to say myself, long. I remember coming home from work and my man would be like, "Oh, it's another update on YouTube about the Rico case. You want to watch it?" And we'll sit there and watch it. Woody, funny. That's a hilarious man right there. I enjoyed myself. Now I'm just a girl. So don't come for me. Don't come for me. I'm just a girl that is into marketing. That was definitely my major in undergrad. A journalism major as well in grad school. And I dibble and dab in a little PR. So I think that Young Thug has the potential to make a comeback, but he needs a team because the way he's moving out of emotion and is not necessarily strategic. And I think, hey, Black men have the right to feel how they feel, 100%. But if he had a team to really come to him and tell him what you need to do, how you need to do it, how you need to move it, I feel like this would have shifted into something that it could have been, So he feels that Gunna snitched. Okay. I mean, at this point, everybody took a plea. Now, from what the interview said, Gunna was the first person to take a plea. Now, my thing is, if Gunna was the first person to take a plea, would it have made a difference if somebody else was the first person and Gunna could have been like the second, third person? Would that have made a difference, or would he still, by your book, would have been snitching, or whatever the case may be? I just feel like, if you could forgive the others for taking the plea, you could forgive Gunna for taking the plea. Now, I just feel like the way that it is now, I've never been to jail. I have never been to jail. I don't plan on ever going to jail. But Sergio Kitchens, that doesn't give me gang banger. That doesn't give me street dude. Sergio Kitchens gives me very much so civilian. But he has a talent. He has a talent, and his talent is rap. He's an artist. Now, he went under your wing and everything, 100%. That's great. We love mentors. We love the Big Brother, Little Brother programs. We love the Boys and Girls Club. But I do think that because Gunna moved a certain way after he got out, that also played a part as to why Young Thug feels the way he feels. Because in the interview, he did say that he did not check on his mama. He ain't sent him no money. 100%. Maybe he should have checked on his mom. But also, I feel like if you already calling me a rat and you got people kind of coming at me a certain way, should I stay away from you? Should I? Like, I don't know. So I feel like them two need to have a conversation, because at this point, y'all got all of America in y'all business, and y'all not even talking. So, it was a great interview. I still have a little bit more to watch, but I feel like I got to the key parts, and it was very long, very long-winded. Very long-winded. I had to cut it off at the appointed time. I was like, baby, I'm going cross-eyed trying to watch this interview. It's time for mama to go to sleep. So the host of, what's his name, Big Bank, I think he did a great job at being a host because he's not a yes man. He's not a yes man, and I feel like Thug has a lot of yes men in his corner. And I feel like Big Bank was kind of, they do respect each other. I saw that Charlemagne, he worded it perfectly when he said Atlanta needed to talk to Atlanta. So I feel like he was a great host as far as, conducting this interview with Young Thug. It was great. And this is just personal, I kept looking at the sides of that man's mouth. It had slob. I don't know if y'all paid any attention, but I did. And I was just like, oh, God. That and his teeth. Them somebody has teeth. Them teeth was white. I said, okay, veneers. We know what's up. So, all in all, the interview was great. I almost called him Lil Wayne, Lord. Young Thug had cried at a point in time. And I was like, this is so authentic because it's okay for a man to cry. It's okay for a man's feelings to be hurt by another man as far as like being, if that's your friend and your friend hurt your feelings, you got the right to feel how you feel. What's wrong with that, So it was a great interview. Do I plan on watching the last little 15, 20 minutes? Probably not. I'll just get on TikTok and look at what the clips, how that's chopped up. But I don't plan on I can't. My attention span, I can't. So now with Young Thug and those phone calls, baby, if I ever needed a homegirl that I needed the tea from, I'm calling Thugger. Because the way that man was in there running it, I was like, you know what? You one of them that I could call if I ever need some tea about so and so and so and so, But this is coffee, not tea. We having a conversation. We not gossiping. Let me take another sip. When he first was, I guess, talking to 21 Savage about Gunna's diss Bread and Butter to Lil Baby, I believe. Why? What was the reason? And I'm thinking, should I add these calls in so y'all can know what I'm talking about? But we're not talking about that one. It really was the ones with Mariah the Scientist for me and Andre 3000. It was too much. Okay, so for instance, when he was talking to Mariah the Scientist about Glorilla, I didn't like that. Roll the clip.
I saw the girl Gorilla.
Yeah.
Why do people say she pretty? That be ugly as fuck.
You think she ugly?
You said it. Like, yeah, they say she ain't ugly. People, niggas be saying she ain't ugly. That bitch ain't nothing.
They just saying she look like Rihanna.
Man.
Didn't like it at all. It made me feel like, okay, well, if you're very comfortable with talking about a woman to another woman, and then pause. If you're comfortable with talking to a woman about another woman, I don't know, pillow talking, I guess. But that's the thing. The public should never know about your pillow talk. I'm not saying we don't pillow talk. Me and my man, we pillow talk. I don't talk about my friend's business though, but we talk about what's in the pot. We'll talk about a little something, but we won't talk about it all because I stand with the code, and I'm sure he stand with his bro code. He won't tell me everything him and his friends talking about. So I feel like, if you're going to pillow talk, cool. The public should not know about your pillow talk. How do you not know these calls are not recorded? Like, I just feel like, and then Thug did say in the interview that he's locked down 23 hours of the day. He got that 1 hour to talk on the phone. I get it, 100%. I get it. When you've been quiet all day and you just want to talk and you don't have nobody else to really talk to besides your girl, you just want to talk. But I just feel like, what does Glorilla's looks have to do with you talking about everything else that's going on? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was just unnecessary. That was unnecessary. I feel like what he said about Andre 3000, unnecessary. Like, whoa. Outcast, Andre? All right, Andre? Okay, now ladies. Yeah, that Andre? Okay, now shake it like a Polaroid. But him? Are you well? Are you okay? Because, pause. Roll the clip.
Andre 3000, you one of the biggest artists in the world. You became one of the biggest artists in the world. But you ain't helped nobody. You ain't put nobody on. Now you vintage. Now you goddamn can't put out a song and go top 50. You see what I'm saying? You put a song out right now, you can't even go top 50.
Yeah.
Unnecessary. Highly unnecessary. But what got me is, and I feel so sorry for her, Mariah the Scientist. I feel like, she was riding so hard for Thug, for over the last few years. And, she just so happened to have gotten caught up in the crossfire. When these calls got leaked, you on the phone with him. Now I guess you're not being looked at as a girl's girl. But what kind of just made it worse was you found out that he was cheating on you while he was, while you was still riding for him. He was still having people, you know how that whole thing went down. You don't want to listen to what I got to say? Cool. Roll the clip.
Wow, I'm so pissed. Mariah don't even know. I mean, this bitch still fucking. Goddamn CO give the box quicker than the FedEx work. They don't be telling my business, man.
Now, I saw a creator on Instagram. She, honestly, great minds, they think alike. She's a person to talk about the marketing of what said people can do to make their brand come to life. It's great. Now, since Mariah the Scientist, it's too long, I'm gonna just say Mariah. Since Mariah found out Thug was cheating, she said, the creator, she said, come to the front, Mariah, come to the front. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play her clip as well. Roll the clip.
Mariah the Scientist, step back into my office, friend. It's been a while. I know you're not leaving that man, but if you are, here's what I want to see. Go on your Instagram story. Black screen, white writing, all caps, single. Then go back on your Instagram story, black screen, white writing, out next Friday. So now we know two things. We know you might be single, and we know you have a single coming out Friday. Then you're gonna preview a new song. Cut the hair. I know you've given us silk press realness. We don't need that from you anymore. Cut the hair. I want blood red. I want finger waves. I want to see the back of your head. We don't even know that it's you. You shocked us. Oh, this bitch got a new haircut. We don't even know. You're going to gag people, right? So it's like, oh, we see the back of your hair. We see the finger waves. We see your hand pick up a phone. This is now a jail style call. You're in front, so we can't see the man that you're talking to just yet. We see your hand pick up the phone. There's a green snake on the phone. We see a man's hand grab the phone. Clearly, you're about to be speaking to a man in a jail style call. All of a sudden, we get a close-up of your mouth and you say, Wanna, am I your baby? Girl, you would break the internet. First song out the gate featuring Gunna. And if you're really, really smart, I want you to have 3 new songs, maybe 4. I want you to have a deluxe ready to go by January. You would have the industry on lock. All eyes are on you right now. I'm telling you, call up Wanna and put him on that damn song. He was more hurt about his relationship with Wanna than he is about losing his relationship with you. Hit him where it hurt the most. Yeah, get to work.
Now, me being a little messy boots a little bit, let's take that marketing a bit further. Let's have Mariah run a marathon with Gunna. But in the music video, they're running. But they're running in circles, right? They're running in circles. Why are they running in circles? The camera pans out. They're running in circles because they're in a head, like they're in the brain, the inside of a brain. Pan out a little bit more. You see the silhouette of Thug, like his profile, right? But you see the inside of his head and you see them running around. Like you got space in his head. You got space in his head. I think that'll be a great marketing concept. If y'all bout it. Now I know behind that, come pew 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 pew, it may get a little violent. I don't know. But if we're just talking about PR purposes, marketing purposes, that'll hit. That'll be great. So I say all this to say this whole YSL thing has gotten a bit out of hand, I must say, and I feel like it's causing an uproar in Atlanta. That's crazy. But all in all, when it comes to YSL, may God bless them. God is love. I don't know. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl with an opinion and a mouth and a big mouth. So, y'all, everybody has their own opinions about what's going on here. But I don't know. I love how Gunna has rebranded himself. Health is wealth. And he looks so good. I have never looked twice at Gunna a day in my life. But now that he has been working out, man done said no to drugs, dare to be different. He just looks so moisturized. I can understand his lyrics now. I know what's going on. I feel like that rebrand itself says so much because when we hear a rapper, we automatically think, oh, drugs, weed, liquor, Zans, Molly, whatever, bitches. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like where Gunna is going, I'm like, the brand deals are gonna definitely be coming in, like the health, all the healthy brand deals. I would definitely love if he can like get a sponsorship with like Nike. He probably already got that and I just don't know. I don't know, but when it comes to like running and marathons and the things that he do, if they can collab together and you still putting out your music and you are promoting health, because I feel like black men in health, that's something that's very important, and it's not a lot of black men that work out. You got your small percentage of the black men that do work out, but you also got the large percentage of the men that look up to these rappers, and they be on drugs, they be on the lean, they be on this, that, XYZ. So it's just like, I feel like that brand, Gunna's brand, amazing. I do feel like he did it the right way. Thug, I want him to look better than what he do. I think that he thinks because he was a skinny dude going into jail, he was going to be a skinny dude coming back out. That baby is bad-bodied. I'm not the type to talk about nobody's image. Me personally, I just want to correct it. I want to be a voice of reason for said person, right? But, the clothes, I feel like he needs to, his team needs to come together and really have a conversation, because you can't be wearing these tight shirts, little shorts, and your gut hanging over. That it don't look appeasing. It don't look good. And then it's like, maybe you should go back into the studio, into the lab, and really cook up something great, something grand, because right now I'm not feeling it. All I'm seeing is you moving out of emotion. So I just feel like, I know he's on probation and he can't necessarily drink, smoke, or whatever, or can't smoke or whatever, but he still looks like he's not taking care of himself to his full potential. So if he can just get that going, I would say maybe do something with the hair, maybe dye it one color or cut it off. That could be something. We don't know. But I would like for him to take care take better care of himself. And then when he does, we can talk about his image, you know, the things that he can do with his career to make sure that he doesn't fall off. Because I feel like his character has somewhat been tainted because of these phone calls. And I forgot his name. What is his name? His name is I have to find him because he said something so real today. It was crazy. His name is, I can't think of that man's name. Charleston White. There we go. Charleston White, he made a point. He said that whichever Fulton County, Cobb County, whoever put out these tapes of Young Thug's phone calls, single-handedly just ruined the whole YSL. Like literally brought it down, because it's not about, yeah, y'all lost the case and he won, but since y'all brought these phone calls out, y'all single-handedly made this man's image get tainted. Now, people aren't looking at him the same. His brand is tarnished, you know? And you have turned this person against this person against this person against this person. So your job is done. You have ruined YSL like you wanted. You broke it up. So that was real. But you know, I feel like I spent too much time talking about it, but that is what has been going on. That is the big thing, the big, huge thing. And it's so much more to it, but I'm gonna cut it short right there because I really didn't want this episode to be too long. I just really wanted to just come and update y'all. But now that y'all see where I'm at, y'all see where I'm going, I would love to know what y'all expect of me. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you want to hear. I want to be open with the public. So please let me know what you want to hear. Let me know what you're interested in knowing about, because one thing about it, I'm gonna read me something. I'm gonna learn something. So it's like, if y'all want to know anything, if you want to hear anything, because we're gonna have guests, all the things. It's just about being consistent for me right now and just making sure that I'm able to push out great episodes, great content for you guys. So let me see, did I have anything else that I wanted to say? I'm happy that I'm doing this. I am happy because I feel like I'm starting 29 off with a great and positive mindset. I feel like this is the year of the pivot. I am so excited to know what this year brings, because I just feel like 29 is gonna be great, so 30 can be even better. And wow, 30 is crazy, but I am looking so forward to the future. I'm just so happy. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be on the screen and to know that people still asking and checking for coffee, not tea. And you know what? It's a blessing. So I'm going to keep it right there. I'm going to stop and we're going to pick up next week. But thank you so much for listening. If you have gotten this far, please like and subscribe. Do whatever you have to do, all of the things. If you're listening and not watching, again, like, subscribe, follow the page. Let me know what you think. But I am your host, Jada Sharice, and this is Coffee Not Tea, where it's conversation, not gossip. So sip on this. Bye.